The Panthers are in a very strange state right now. This is a team that I had very high expectations for last year following the Sam Darnold trade. It didn't work out. They lost their last 7 games and ended the year as the 6th worst team in football. And now 10-23 under head coach Matt Rule. And that is the man that I want to talk about today following the offseason and looking into the 2022-2023 season. Now, I don't want to talk about which player is going to boom, which player is going to bust. Obviously, my track record is not too good with that, A. And B, we can't predict that. It's currently June 1st. We just have to sit around and watch when September rolls around. Who's good, who's not. Let's just wait and see. But looking at their philosophy this offseason, I think overall it was a good one. They knew the offensive line stunk, so with the 6th pick, they drafted Ikem Enkwonu, tackle from NC State. We all obviously know him. He's phenomenal, pretty damn good pick. And in free agency, they went out and got 2 veteran interior offensive linemen in Bradley Bozeman from the Ravens and Austin Corbett from the Rams, both guards a part of winning teams. So why I'm mentioning all of this at the beginning of the video instead of talking about quarterbacks is because it was a rather conservative offseason. They made the safe plays, they had the safe signings, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think they picked up good guys. I think the offensive line is going to be vastly improved, and hopefully Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy and be the center point of that offense. But that was not the conversation for much of the offseason, and especially going into the offseason before the insane quarterback movement that went down. What the discussion was holy shit, the Panthers need a quarterback right now. Because now we're in the 3rd year of this guy's contract, and well, Sam Darnold wasn't good, and Cam Newton came in and went 0-5. That was the major discussion, and for a team in prior off seasons that went out and got Teddy Bridgewater, went out and made the Sam Darnold trade and immediately picked up his 5th-year option, it was surprising to see them not do anything at the quarterback position besides select Matt Corral, which was a very good value pick, and we'll see how that works out. But it was surprising to say the least that they did not make a desperation move, because that's what I thought they'd do. That's why a lot of people had them picking Kenny Pickett at 6th overall despite not having a good left tackle. People, myself included, thought that Matt Rule and the GM would think to themselves, okay, we need to do something now at the quarterback position, so hopefully we can have our jobs for the remainder of this contract. That's basically what the Bears did with Justin Fields, with Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, whatever his name was. And I thought the Panthers would do the same thing, but they didn't. They stuck to their guns. They selected Enkwonu, which was a phenomenal pick. And it makes you wonder what the Panthers organization is thinking. Because if Matt Rule and their GM caught wind that this was kind of the prove-it year, and they may get fired after this season, I don't think there's much of a discussion. I think they either take a quarterback at 6 or trade down and get a quarterback wherever they land. And they didn't do that. So that does kind of give me a sense of security that Matt Rule's got at least 2 more years left as the Panthers head coach, barring something terrible like a 2-15 season, because he was brought in to be a team builder. We all know that. He built up Baylor again. He built up Temple. And that's what he's been doing with the Panthers. There just have been no winning results to show for it. The Panthers have the building blocks to be a good franchise. They just don't have the quarterback to be a good franchise. And I'm not talking about his coaching ability, because I did not watch that many Panthers games last year, so I can't sit here and act like I know Matt Rule, the coach, and if he's good or bad. I just want to talk about the philosophy of their franchise, kind of like watching from the outside in. I'm not a big Panthers fan, but it has been interesting this offseason because we all expected them to make the move, and they didn't. Matt Rule has stuck with that team-building idea that they've been doing for the last 3 years, and it's surprising. They were really aggressive during the middle of the season last year, trading for Stephon Gilmore and C.J. Henderson. They've been aggressive in the past, hoping for results, and it just hasn't really worked. And, maybe they struck out. Maybe it wasn't really the Panthers' choice. That's honestly probably what it was. But I think the fact that they didn't give up 3 first-round picks for someone, and they didn't draft Pickett or Willis or Corral at 6, it tells me at least that Matt Rule, and I don't know their GM's name, so I'm just going to keep calling them the GM, are not desperate to do something to save their jobs. They have maybe been given security for the next 2 years. Obviously, I don't know the Panthers owner, David Tepper. I'm not talking to him about Matt Rule. I'm just a guy with a microphone. Considering their philosophy being rather conservative this offseason, it's given me the idea that Matt Rule's secure for at least another 2 years, considering he doesn't go 1-16 and it's an absolute disaster. And as I don't think they're going to be an atrocity of a football team, I don't think they'll be good. I think they'll probably win 5-6 games. Hopefully they don't lose 7 straight after starting 3-0 though. I think this season, obviously you need wins. Duh, that's the most obvious statement I'll ever say. Like, you would like to win some damn games, but I think this season is also more about, okay, Matt Rule, are your guys working? Is J.C. Horn taking a sophomore step? Is Derek Brown developing? Obviously, Brian Burns a stud. And can the offense at least be capable of scoring like 21 points each game? That's a very low bar, but that's where it's set. This offseason was strange to me. It was weird seeing this organization be conservative when the alarms should be ringing, but it's not. What do you guys think? Comment what you guys think. Do you think I'm an idiot for saying all this that doesn't know anything? Or, did I hit the nail on the head? Just comment what you think. I do want to hear opinions because the Panthers, they're always been a pretty interesting team to me. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed and have a great day.